lies in his blanket so cozy and warm. When he wakes up, he loves to dip his toes in water so warm. He wiggles his feet and wipes them off on the edge of the bath. Now he is ready to go and play along the rainbow path. He loves to play with colours so bright to see what they can do. He washes and wipes his feet every time as he changes from red to yellow to blue. This is a little song that I sing with children so that they can use the brush in a way that is mindful and looks after the brush with care and gives it a kind of imagination. So little Tippy dips his feet in the water. He loves it. He wriggles it and he wipes his feet on the edge of the bath and he dries them on a towel if he likes, and then he dips his feet in the color. So before we paint, the first thing I'm going to show you is how we wet our paper. I've got a thinnish watercolor paper. If it was thicker, I might take longer. It's really up to you to feel that it's okay, but the most important thing is to see that both sides are wet and there are no gaps. So this is quite a tight fit. And see that both sides are reasonably wet. And then I will move my tray to the side. We'll lift up the page and I'm going to lower it down onto the board carefully, usually with the center first. So that's just to see that I don't have air bubbles, too many of them. I lay it down and then with my sponge, clean sponge, I wipe away the water, excess water. I wipe the air bubbles away. I wipe whatever else I've got on my paper. And I'm ready to paint. And this, when you do this a few times with children, they learn very quickly to do it for themselves. So we all line up, put our papers in the water, and come to our boards, lay them down, and gently use the sponge to flatten it out. And so today I'm going to start off with a golden yellow. I'm going to add to it some carmine. We're going to go on a rainbow journey, and I think I will use some ultramarine. I've mixed these paints from these little jars of Stockmar paint, and it's usually about a spoonful into that much water. So little Tippy comes along, he's all nice and dry, his feet are dry, dips his feet in the yellow and has a little play. And children, of course, are very bold and they seem to know exactly what they want to do. So I never tell them what to do. I just say, let's go and meet the yellow and have a little play. And that's what I'm trying to do. And as an adult, it's a very freeing exercise if you can just enjoy the experience of playing with yellow. That's what's important, is what is it like, and just the whole experience of pushing your brush across the page. Little Tippy rinses his feet in his bath, wipes his feet off the edge of the bathtub, dries his feet and goes for another color. And this time he's going to play with some carmine. And I don't say to the children what to do again. I just do it, and they can follow my lead if they like, or do their own thing. And I always say, just watch for the magic. Some things are happening because the carmine is now beginning to meet the golden yellow. And what do we see? I did fine arts, and I want to tell you that my greatest freeing experience was to do wet on wet and just let the paint talk to each other, let the colors talk to each other. So, and I'm flicking some color into the middle and watching the effects, how beautiful the red dropped into the yellow, golden yellow, and pushed it apart. And here it did something quite different. It's quite magical to see what is happening as we paint. So I might have a little play, and it's really the relationship of red and gold, carmine and golden yellow that I'm looking at and fascinated by. This is not my work, this is the colors work. That's what's important. And now I dip into ultramarine. I can do anything I want, and another magical thing happens. Ultramarine meets carmine, and what color is born? Again, just watching the magic. And you can see that I go very lightly, and I try and give the example to children of just lightly touching the paper and letting the paint go where it wants. And what Tippy loves doing, of course, he loves covering every little bit of white. So he's going to go and do that. So he needs to wash his feet because he wants another color. And I think he's going to try yellow, because how's that going to look when he does it here? So he's going to do his yellow there. And you'll see there's a very particular green that comes with ultramarine. I'm cleaning my brush because I am now mixing my yellow with the blue on the page, and I don't want to put the blue from my paintbrush back into the yellow. So if my paintbrush gets blue, I want to rinse it out before I put it again in the yellow. So I'll do that again, wipe his little feet, and then fill up all the gaps here. And I am done. That is my painting for today, and I'm going to watch how it moves and changes. I may even, just for fun, I'm not done. I've just decided I'd like to see what blue looks like here, and here, and here, and here. And that's my little experiment. So the painting is done, and the next video I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's dried. Remember to leave the page while it's wet flat so it can dry in this way. If you pick it up, all the paint will drip down, which you can do if you want that, but if you don't, let it dry like this and let the children watch. Come back every hour or so to see what's happened to the colors as they move together. Painting that we began together about 10 minutes ago, and now you can see how the colors are moving in towards each other, dissolving, and how the three primary colors of red, yellow and blue have created secondary colors of green, of purple and of an orange. So this is what children just experience, observe, and become very familiar with without having to so-called learn it. They actually see it, experience it, and know it. I will come and visit this again in another hour just to show you how it This is the painting once dry, and you can see how the paint has moved all over to blend in various ways, And it's so lovely to come with the children and have a look at what colours have been magically manifested, and really explore and observe and see what's happened. And then maybe to even talk about, what do you see? So I believe that we should never ask children what have they drawn, because they are living in their imagination and it's an integrated and whole experience. And in a way, we're asking them to reflect, which is a little bit early. So I would rather say, oh, what do you see there? What can we see? Just like you'd look at the clouds, what can you imagine? Is there something shaping? Can we turn it around and have a look and see what's happening there? Maybe somebody's rising out of the sea and whatever. So I think that's a really important educational sensitivity, is to explore further what we can see with our imagination. After that, I will show a number of pictures of how this can be used. So after we have done such an exercise with them, say, put it away. And then at some stage, if we're making lanterns or little boxes or Mother's Day cards, this painting can be used for that, if they're willing. So that's what I would do with such a beautiful colour experience.